Hello, my lovely Pitch Horse hopefuls. I wanted to do a quick frequently asked questions video for the weekend because I know that submission date is drawing ever nearer. So these are a couple of questions that we've gotten for Team Clause, and they might help other people who are submitting to other mentors, even if you're not submitting to us. So, prologues. Are they an issue or not? Last year I had a prologue in my book. I asked a lot of mentors what they thought about prologues, and majority of people came back and said that prologues were not great, that agents were not fond of prologues, editors were not fond of prologues, even though we tend to see them in a lot, especially of science fiction and fantasy books, be they adult or young adult. So I just chopped mine out, basically. Took it out, and I think I saw a mentor this year suggest submitting without the prologue, and then when a mentor requests your full, you send it in with the prologue attached. That's probably the best way to go about it, because I believe some people have like pet peeves where they don't like prologues at all, so best be safe. As far as Team Clause goes, we couldn't care less if you have prologue or not, although you want to be starting on what's going to grab us by the throat immediately, so that might not be your prologue. Portal Fantasy. Team Clause has been asked if they accept Portal Fantasies, and we're really sorry to say that this year we are probably not the best mentor fit for Portal Fantasies, nor for any contemporary fantasy, or any urban fantasy, which is already written on our wish list, but we're just saying. We've been asked about multi-point of view. Does it worry us? Are we okay with having multi-point of view, or dual point of view, all the points of view? And the answer to that question is, Team Clause don't care how many point of view you have, just send us your book, okay? Yeah, we have no issues about any style of point of view. Just send us the fantasy books now, all of them in our inbox, that's all we ask. There were some comments about how mentors seem to really be looking for kick-ass lady heroines, and some people were saying, what if I have a main character who is a boy? Or what if my boys are not kick-ass? Or what if my girls are soft? Or my boys are soft, like in their character? Totally fine in every way, shape, or form. Just because mentors say they're looking for a specific thing doesn't mean that they are not open to the opposite. I was a mentee last year. I was a hopeful like you at this point. I was reading everything the mentor said, and when you're a hopeful, you have a tendency to overanalyze everything that the mentors say. So guys, just relax. Your story is what it is at this point. All you need to do is enter, cross your fingers, and hope for the best. So please don't overthink and don't overanalyze everything. What else have I been asked about? There have been people who have asked a little bit about books that have different science fiction bends, time travel, or they call it science fantasy, that type of thing. But Tomi and I are straight up looking for more high fantasy vibes. If you're not sure what we're looking for, take a look at our wish list. I think we go into a lot of detail there. I want to just end on a tip, which is start preparing your files ahead of time. Oh wait, no, hold on. That's reminded me of something. What are we going to request from you? So what should you be preparing? You should be preparing a synopsis, because a whole bunch of mentors, I don't know what the percentage is, but a whole bunch of them, if they're interested in your story, they might ask for a synopsis even before they ask for a full. I think that happened to me last year. So prepare your synopsis. Do not freak out. Synopses, I know, seem horrendous, and you're only just going to throw them together now, and you're worried that they won't be as good as they can be. Forget it. Mentors are not interested in how shiny and perfect your synopsis is. All they want to know is what is in your story. That's why they're going to request them. One of the best or the easiest, most popular versions of how to do a fill-in synopsis, I think, is written by Susan Dennard. It might be on PubCrawl. Just Google Susan Dennard and synopsis. It might be on her website, and I think Brenda Drake has one on her website as well. So just take that and literally do a fill in the blanks, get someone to check it for like typos, to make sure you haven't got any spelling errors and things, and then do not worry about it. Don't freak out about your synopsis. This was like the #1 freak out thing with all of the hopefuls last year. And really, the mentors behind the scenes are not interested in perfection when it comes to synopses. So please don't worry. Synopsis. What is the plural? Nobody knows. Right, so what was I saying? File saving. So that is my hint. Start preparing your files as of now. The way that you would prepare a file for a full or a partial or any of those things that you're going to be sending a synopsis out to agents is the same way that I would just advise preparing your files now, so that your mentors can find them easily, so that they don't end up with something that has no name on it or no title on it, or they don't even know what it is. So the way that people generally save it is you write your document name when you save it is your title. So mine is all caps, A Court of Miracles, and then underscore Kester, and that's in like sentence case, so big K and then the rest small caps, Kester underscore grant underscore full. That's how I know that it's the full. You're going to be wanting to add full to that because you're going to get to a point where some mentors, when I applied last year, I had some mentors wanted 3 chapters, some mentors wanted the full, some mentors I think wanted half. I mean, it's just, and agents are like that as well. So it's good to get into good habits and prepare your files this way beforehand. So then if it's your synopsis, you do the same, Kester Grant, well, not Kester Grant because that's my name, and that would be totally weird, just saying. Don't confuse me by sending me files that have got my writing name on it. If you're wondering why Kester Grant is on it, my pen name is Kester Grant, but everyone tends to call me Kit, so don't be confused. So yeah, so that's how you save your synopsis, your first 3 chapters, and all of those various different things. Some people have asked what a team clause is going to be requesting. If we like your query and your first page, first chapter, or if we just want to see more because we think that it might be good but we're not sure, what are we going to ask for? We are going to ask straight for full. So we're not going to ask for partials, and we will ask for a synopsis every single time. The reason that we're not going to ask for partials is that I think if we want to read more, we'd rather be able to read as much as we want rather than read, let's say, 3 chapters and go, this is really great, I want to read more, and then I've got to wait for an email, and I'm 8 hours ahead of America, so just really annoying. That doesn't mean that we're going to read every full that we request, but it does mean that if we want to read further than a partial, then another mentor might rather request a partial, I have the whole book there, so I don't need to ask anyone else, go back and have to wait to get the rest of my reading in. So prepare your synopses, nobody knows, and prepare your fulls. And that is what we're going to be requesting. And there was I think I just said I had a lot of different requests from mentors last year. I was asked by one for a synopsis, that's it. I was asked for first 3 chapters from someone else. Someone else asked me for a full. Another mentor didn't ask for anything, but then I found out afterwards they'd asked another mentor for. So I mean, just like, just prepare everything just in case. And you don't want to, on the day that requests come in excitement and stress, try and prepare files. This is what I would do because I'm highly, highly dyslexic. So try and prepare files and send the wrong file, or send an old draft, or send the thing with the wrong name on it, or whatever. So like, this is my tip, be organized so that when the requests do or don't come in, you have nothing to stress about. You just make there's a word for that, workflow, simplify your workflow. I don't know, this is going back to the days when I used to work in an office and that was the worst thing in the whole world ever. So glad I didn't do that anymore. Anyways, this is getting super long. Guys, may the odds be ever in your favor. I should probably add that all of this is just my personal opinion. And your mileage may vary, and you gotta do what sits right with you. Good luck, and good night.